Alright guys, I'm here with my Asus motherboard, and it has an IPMI expansion board with it. I'm connected to the IPMI expansion board, and one of the things I want to try and do is update the BIOS. And so I found that there is an option here to do a BIOS out of band update. And the way you do it is you browse through the file. I've already downloaded the BIOS. And you upload it. Okay, and then it says upload successfully. It is recommended to restart the system. After restarting the system, BIOS will be updated automatically. Okay. So then let's do a bar reset. Mine is actually off already. So let's try okay, it's on now. I want to see what it's doing. Or at least trying to do. Yeah, that happened to me a few times before. Now I need to go back here and see what it's doing. Oh, okay, BIOS is flashing. Oh, is that a progress bar? Ooh, yeah, it worked. Well, let's see. So let's refresh here. It's still showing 4101. Go back to the dashboard. Yeah, it's still showing 4101. Let me see. Yeah, it's not. Still see 4101. Version change event occurred. Ooh. Is it working now? No. Still see the version 4101. Nothing happening in the. Whoop. Here we go. All right. Let's go in the BIOS. I attempted to do like an easy flash earlier, and it didn't do anything. It just went in a constant boop boop, and I had to unplug everything and reset the CMOS battery. Um, Probably, yeah, all right. So what's happening here? Okay, let's see what version of the BIOS we're on. Okay, yeah, we've updated because it's 4504 here. And you can see the build date is 11/29/2025. I think I have the Asus. Actually, let me look at the Yeah, okay. So the latest version is 4505. So it matches, and it's from, it says here 11/29/2025 is the build date. Um, it's probably fine. That's probably when it was built internally in Asus, and then they released it on the page on that day. Uh, there might be some older ones. Yeah, that's probably what happened. It was released on the 15th of December, but it was built on the 29th of November last year. And the ME version, firmware version, got updated, I think, as well. Let's see, 16138, 267. No, it did not. It got, it's only 2473. 32, mine is still on 32, 2473. Hoping to get it updated as well, but I guess that didn't work. Um, I need to check a few things now in the, I think it's under serial port configuration. No. Since I reset the CMOS, I need to make sure that the storage configuration works. Yeah, it's not working as it used to be. Because the SlimSTAS connector is configured as it's configured for NVMe, and there is a configuration option that I need to change. It might be, no, thought it was here. No. Oh, here it is. SlimSAS configuration. Change that to SATA. And then I need to make sure that yeah, virtualization enabled. Yeah. And then PCH configuration. I don't need to touch that. That won't. Oh, I also need to enable hot plug. On these. No, I don't need. Do I need to do anything here? No. Yeah, yeah. I need to make sure that the GPU, the display in this case, works for both the onboard and the video card. And I thought it was support 4G decoding, yeah, yeah. This option enables disable single root IO virtualization support. Uh, Intel onboard LED, code, serial port configuration, parallel, no, platform, PCI, native, no, no, new configuration, hyper threading is enabled, boot, no, that's enable graphics configuration. I need to enable that, and primary display doesn't really matter. I just need to make sure that the integrated GPU stays on. I think I need the no, I don't need this. All right. I think that's all I need for now. Let's do a save changes and reset. Just making sure that the USB drive is not connected right here. All right. Let's check on this guy, see what happens. Gotta go back into make sure that the Slim SAS connected drives show up. Thing is, I'm using a Johnsbow N5 case, and it has two back planes, an eight bay or an 8-port back plane and a 4-port back plane. The 4-port back plane is connected via the Slim SAS connector, and it took me a while to figure that out. That I needed to configure it to use SATA versus NVMe, so the drives wouldn't show up properly. So I'm hoping this will show up now properly. No, it's just rebooting again. Wonder what's causing the reboot. I think I was on 4.101 before. It was doing a retraining. Yeah, there, that's what it was. Hopefully it goes into the BIOS now. Okay. And I should be able to go to advance and then PCH storage configuration. Yep, there they are. So I have the C gates right here. The two C gates are connected. So it's interesting that it says that it's connected on 1 and 3, but on the back plane, it's the top two that are connected. Guess the cables are out of order when I plugged them in. But one and two, one, two, and three show up, and four as well. Yeah, four is empty. Three has the Seagate Skyhawk, and one has the Seagate Skyhawk. All right, so perfect, and then the two Kingstons, great. So that's good for now. What I need to make sure is that my other settings are set in the BIOS. I've got myself a some documentation for my NAS setup. I'm just trying to look for the BIOS. So I need to make sure that VMX, VTD, and SROV are enabled. I think, let's go to here, just to be sure. VMX, I think we saw last time. Let's look for VMX. It's not here. Either VTD. So VTD is enabled. VMD, we want that disabled. We don't want to touch that. And it says here that my primary display should be set to PCI. I'm going to do that for now. And then TD, we don't want that. We did look at that. Okay. VMX is the one that I think that was the one over here, right? Yeah, which is enabled the virtualization technology. All right, so I think we're good here. Let's save changes and reset one more time. If everything looks good, we're gonna just go straight to Proxmox, And I might also update the IPMI firmware as well. I think I would go to maintenance. Is it firmware? Oh, okay. Warning, please note that after entering the update mode, the widgets, other web pages, and services will not work. All widgets will be automatically closed if the upgradation is canceled in the middle of the wizard. The device will reset only for BMC boot and app components and firmware, and the system needs to be restarted for the device to work. Okay, so I need to find the BMC firmware update and make sure that I have that. Which I think I do. What is it that we're looking for? That's the which I just don't know. Is it the IMA or the CHK? What exactly are we? BMC firmware update. No, but maintenance. What is this firmware image location? Transfer the image onto the BMC. Okay. So firmware. Let's go down here into firmware. It was recently updated. Question is, how do you update it? Annual documentation. IPMI BIOS manual. User's manual. Maybe it's that one. User. All right, let's try this one. And then BIOS, crash free. Oh, Proxmox is up. So 78.8006. HTTPS 192.168.2.78. Okay. Proxmox. Oh, I know what the password is. I need to switch over to non-root user, but that should be the, yeah. And then I go to summary. Ooh, something must have been updated. Because it's still showing that. Anyways, Proxmox is up. So that's good. But what I want to know is how can I IPMI. IPMI is not what I want. Firmware. It's probably what I need to look for. Firmware. What? Items. Might not be in this. Might not be here. Let's check the quick start guide. This is not what I want either. BIOS manual, user's manual. Let's see, maybe the user's manual. Page, user's manual. Were we looking at the that's the BIOS menu. Maybe it's in the user's manual. English. Quick start is what we looked at. User's manual, but that's Japanese. So let's see if we can find the user's manual. French, English edition. All right, so yeah, motherboard, BIOS. I don't see anything here about the firmware. We can do the old Google firmware upgrade. Download the firmware, log in, choose the file, and select the download firmware file. Yeah, I know that, but do I pass in the unpack the zip file and select the specific file? Okay. Oh, the IMA. Oh, okay. So click here. We got that. Select. That will probably break this. Close that. And close this. Let's close this. And then start firmware upgrade. Sure. Preserve everything. Proceed to flash. We will restart the firmware upgrade now. You will not be able to access the until it flashes and restarts. Do you want to continue? Yes. All right. Let's see how long this takes. All right. This is probably going to take a while. I might cut it. Did I speak too soon? What's happening here? Oh, interesting. Full flash. Okay, some problem occurred in the section-based firmware update. It is recommended to do a full flash. Yeah. Okay, so then flash away. Okay, at least we know that there's a progress bar. We just have to wait for it to finish. Oh, 20%. Can you go a little faster? All the versions in the uploaded version are the same as the existing versions. What changed? If I go to the BIOS and firmware, I mean, there's definitely a newer version. Came out this year, February, late February, it looks like. 28%. I wonder if there's an easier way to do this. Like, could I call it, I don't know, REST API or something? I know there's like Redfish, but never really used Redfish. Guess I can experiment now. I have it. This could be close. Deal with that later. 38%, 39%. Wonder if I have to do a full-on like restart of the box for the IPMI device to get restarted. It says here, please note that after entering the update mode, the widgets, other web pages and services will not work. All open widgets will be automatically closed. If the upgradation is canceled in the middle of the wizard, the device will be reset for BMC boot and app components up for will be reset only for BMC boot and app component. Yeah, so it doesn't really, and the system needs to be restarted for the device to work. Is it the expansion board that needs to be, or is it the full-on computer itself? It's just not very clear to me. Oh, this AST, whatever that is, gets upgraded. The new version, but everything else here looks the same. Just the AST 2600E, whatever this reserved is. I wonder what DRE is. I have to look that up. Oh, excuse me. It's almost 9 p.m. A long day. Declaration of conformity. And that's not what I'm looking for. IPMI. IPMI BIOS menu. This is what we were looking at earlier. Quick start guide. It's not what we want. I know this is what we were looking at earlier, but this is just for the BIOS. See the BIOS menu doesn't talk about like knowing the BIOS. I don't really care about the BIOS. What I would like to know is more of the IPMI itself. See any? Where are we at? 73%. ASM B10 IKB. What was it again? ASM B10. ASM B10 IKB. Manual. No. See if this is it. Thing is, I can't trust some of these places. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Let's see where we're at here. 84%, 85%. Hopefully this is almost done. There's some other files there too. I wonder what they were for. It's done. Firmware reset has been called. Close the current session. Open new session. Okay. So close and open. Oh, this should be HTTPS. Let's close this out and try a different browser, different tab. It actually might be, yeah, it might be you're just starting, so we gotta give it a few minutes. While we're doing that, there is one thing I wanted to look at. So in the IPM expansion download, expansion card download, there are all these files. The MD5, I know what that's for, but what's the CHK? Cats. Checksum, okay. And then, yeah, it's just the MD5 of the file. So if I did MD5, do I have MD5? Yeah, MD5 some IME. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. So checksum in the, okay. And that's the actual file. Advance. Proceed anyways. And see if it updated the firmware. All right, so the BIOS firmware is updated. That's nice. That's showing up as new. And what is the firmware information. No, still 1313. 1313. But if I go here and then go to BIOS and firmware, oh wait, no. Version 1313. That's correct, 1313. Why does it have 2026, 226? 1313. I go down here to 1313. So this is built in December 7th. Maybe it was released in February, but it was built down over here? Yeah, probably. Maybe that's what happened? Yeah, that's probably what happened. All right, so let's check some stuff out. Let's go ahead and dashboard. BIOS is updated and the firmware's updated. So I think I'm going to just call it for now, because what I wanted to get done is done. All right, thanks. See you next one.